Ay, ay, ay. All right, let me finish setting up. Let me set this up. Ta-da! Set it up. All right, now I feel a lot better than I did before. I got like earlier, I was just feeling like absolute garbage. And now I feel stupid because where'd I put my controller at? Right here. All right. I think we're set up. I think we're good. I think I need to turn my controller on. Oh. I think we can play finally. Doom, doom, doom. Oh yeah, when's the 1.2.1 stream?
From its orbit. You are the one we were waiting
Soon.
for.
So this is how we're here.
Are they really?
Do you think he's a traitor? Shh. Quiet with that kind of talk.
Are they really taken from Genshin? Oh, 4 hours from now, I'm gonna see that. I just want to go watch and see how they're gonna rip that off. Because that's gonna be a rip off. If that thumbnail shows anything, that's telling me that Weathered Waves is going to do the same shit that Genshin does.
At last, a physical form.
There's one thing I want to understand about this game, though. With Khazan, I know we're possessed by the Blade Phantom, but was he not dead here?
At last, a body.
Like, wasn't he just dead there and he just got resurrected? Like, the demo actually sets up so many different types of questions, to be honest.
What happened?
Oh, it's going up, D. Not much going on. I've just been feeling like shit for the last couple of days, and I'm waiting 4 hours from now for the Weather and Waves 2.1 live stream because the thumbnail itself kind of looks like a rip-off of fucking Genshin. And I swear, if I see two little fucking guys on the screen that are animated little chibis talking like in those Genshin ones, I'm just closing out.
No. Stop.
How about yourself, though? How are you doing? Doing good. Doing great. Doing amazing.
Stop. You really want to die? Then embrace the energy of the blade if you want.
Now, I don't know what's been going on with me for the last couple of days. It's been happening since like the weekend. But like, I just want to sleep. Like, I feel absolutely weak. And it's like, even today at work, I went to work today. At 2 o'clock, I just had to go. I had to go home. I messaged my boss. I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling good. I have a migraine. My stomach, everything. It just felt absolutely horrible. Luckily for me, I get to work from home tomorrow, or today now. But in general, I was just feeling like absolute shit. Like, I came home, I tried streaming. I had stopped streaming the first Berserker here because I just was not feeling it. I just finished eating a little bit. I feel a little bit better right now. But I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. And I've been trying to do better on fucking being healthy and shit. Like, when it comes down to the mornings now, I don't go get coffee anymore. I go get a smoothie. All right, I want to try to make this run as good as possible because I want to use this because I'm recording this at the same time. And I need footage that's going to showcase pretty much stuff. Oh, yeah, Tales of Arise is really good. Like I said, after Tales of Arise, if you want to play something else that is a Tales related, go to Berseker. Besteria's story is absolutely really fucking good. Vesperia's good. Besteria is also really good. It's Besteria. Watch, let me get through this part and I'll actually show you some if you're still around. Let me just get to the monkey boss. We're now trying to show the fluid of the controls. What's sad is I'm trying to make content out of something I don't have content for. I mean, let's be honest here. There's only so much I can do with a demo. But I'm trying my best to come up with ideas of what to talk about with a demo. Because I really want to push this. Newest Final Fantasy 16, absolutely fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. Totally 100% recommended, especially since the voice actor is the same as in Khazan. Oh yeah, like give one thing to the actual voice acting roles and such in Khazan here. They got a lot of good voice actors compared to the first, like the very first trailer that they released back in 2023, when you could tell they didn't actually have any kind of, you know, planned out voice actors. It's a huge milestone. And the more I was watching that one video about behind like the voice actors and the reason why they chose like the certain accents and stuff like this, makes it completely understandable of probably another reason why, like with 2.0 Weather and Waves, that I pretty much didn't really get into it as much in terms of the story. Is because if you think about it, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure that everybody pretty much has an old English British accent, you know, to dedicate that, hey, this is, you know, its own world, its own perceived, you know, storyline. And voice acting is very, very keen on that. And with that being stated, you know, yeah, there is some mild, you know, differences to the accents, but they're trying to keep a generic accent, right? Weather and Waves 1.0, I was thinking about this. Weather and Waves 1.0 had that with like pretty much all the characters in some regards. They had, you know, a similar tone between, you know, each and every person. Say, hey, look, these people all come from, you know, Solaris right here. They're all Solaris people in this world. Whereas 2.0, the heavily different vocal acting takes away this entire accent and it's so all over the place that, yeah, I can understand. I can see now, like, one of my reasons why I don't like 2.0 is because you really can't connect with the characters because they feel like they're all over the damn place. They don't feel like they belong. I'm not gonna worry about the other part over there. No, it's not. New units are expected, right? Let me put it this way. New units are very well much expected to come into the game. But what to me keeps the game solid, and another issue with like Weather and Waves in this regards, is, I'm sorry, none of the events are actually any real interesting. Like, none of the content has perked up any kind of interest in me. It's nice, but it's not enough to say wow. Like, legitimately, I look at a game like Honkai Star Rail, look at Genshin Impact, I look at, you know, all these other games that are a gotcha format, and I have to say, I feel like some of them might actually be better suited. Oh, come on, I hit the block button there. Fuck. Well, back to the beginning. I know I'm hitting the block button. Either I'm off of timing or it's because of the Bluetooth right now. Because I'm putting the PlayStation 4 in Bluetooth. Let me plug it in. Okay, let's plug it in. Let's plug in the controller and let's see if plugging it in is going to make a difference on such. And if it does, I'll be surprised. No, but like I was saying, I think personally my entire problem it could be nice, it could be flashy. I just don't see what, and you know, this is where like I honestly wonder if there's something wrong with me or something, right?
What happened?
When we talk woo-wah, I don't see the meat and potatoes. I don't see the absolute stuff that other people see. I don't see the substance. What I'm seeing is pretty much 1.0 flashier, but at the same point in time, you know, it's flashy. It's like, let me put it like this. It's like 1.0, I went to Burger King. I got a hamburger, I got French fries, I got a Coke. I paid $9 for it. It tastes good. It feels, you know, it fills the belly, and I'm full. And I go back and I go back and, you know, I'm full. I get filled off of it, right? With 2.0, when I was playing it and the more I was playing it, and I think if I ever make another video on Weather and Waves, this is how to explain it. Going into 2.0, I'm expecting the exact same. I'm expecting to be filled, you know, to get my full. But I feel like I went to Gordon Ramsay's goddamn fucking restaurant over here or some shit. I ordered a burger, and what I got was like 1/3 the size of a normal fucking Whopper here. And in all honesty, it's not filling. I'm still hungry at the fucking end, and I'm asking the questions, where's the, you know, where's the filling at? Well, Coco came in earlier in the first live stream. It was explaining the reason for that. Apparently, story-wise, is that in 1.0, the Sentinels, like Jew, is dying, and that now we have the new Sentinels in 2.0 that's like, you know, very much active and alive. So pretty much, if a Sentinels die and the TDs start, you know, getting more aggressive, and when the Sentinels alive, the TDs are pretty much passive. So that's what the explanation is so far, apparently, from what he told me or she told me in terms of the story. Which kind of makes sense. The more I think about it, it kind of makes sense. So, you know, with Jew being in the situation that Jew's in, and having to transfer, you know, basically Jew's power to Jinshi. I guess I could see that, but I mean, that to me wasn't really explained in 2.1 story, unless I actually skipped over that. I mean 2.0 story.
Now you too will hear the memories of the dead.
I don't know, I just don't like the vibe of 2.0. I really just don't like the vibe in general. Like I said, I feel like I'm looking at a fancy fucking meal that has gold flakes and shit on it, but it's not filling. That's what it comes down to. It just does not feel absolutely thing. It's like my wife would enjoy it because, oh, you know what? Hey, let me take pictures of this for my Instagram type deal. It's like, that's what it's designed around. It's designed to be flashy enough so that way you take pictures, you influence it, you show off all your friends that I got all these cool things and everything. But in reality, to me, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't fill the belly, man. All right, I want to make sure I do that fight right for the video. All this is just going to be filler part where I can take this out. I can modify this out of the video. Because I want to talk about the combat. I want to talk about how actually good the combat in this game feels. Because I'm not gonna lie, the combat feels really fucking responsive. It feels really fucking good. Right now, I'm just playing piss fucking poor. It's not the game's fault. It's my fucking fault. I need to nut up and shut up and fucking actually do something. No, I completely agree. I think honestly, if they would have had a true co-op network competitional side of things, or something that would just kept it fresh, much fresher, and especially even for whales. I'm sorry, okay, we can't take whales out of conclusion and be like, oh, we're talking only about F2P here, okay? I'm sorry, all right? The people who spend money in this goddamn game as well, that was the first I've ever seen that. But even for the people who spend money in the game, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think we want more substance in the game. Oh yeah, Steam always gets good sales. Like, I'm not saying like gacha games are actually like completely fucking horrible. I'm just saying that My problem with a gacha game is that there's no gacha game that actually defines, you know, its uniqueness in terms of us. People who actually spend money in the game as such. Let me put it this way. If I summon 6 characters, GN, Chang Li, fucking Shorekeeper are always going to be the most OP fucking characters, and they're not going to have a fucking challenge to set them apart, I mean, what's the point of even buying another character? You get what I mean? I'm sorry. Like, what's the point of you wanting me to spend money in the game? Because at the end of the day, what a gacha game is designed for is not free to fucking play. It's designed under the principal aspect of being a monetization. Kuro wants to make money. I mean, you could justify that. Like I said, I think that, like, one of the biggest things that I got to say about it is just, hey, bro, like, in the end of all this, hold on. All right, cool. I just don't see. I just don't see, like, the fascination of. There's no grind. There's no power creep in a sense. There's no large power creep scale that keeps me wanting to play the game and maximizing and optimizing. If you're a person who completely has optimized all your stuff, right? You got caught up in shit just like I did. We all get caught up in that kind of deal. It's addictive. You get people who's rooting on you, being like, yeah, go, woo, woo, woo. And at the end of the day, you know, it comes down to the plate to where it's just like, it kind of sucks because you don't realize it. And in the moment you realize it, it's a little too late. And you're like, damn, all that money I spent. It's peer pressure. You just learn from it, that's all. Everybody does. People can say they don't, but they do. Peer pressure, man. It's a hell of a drug of its own. Technically no damage. I had to guard that other shit when I parried it. I took damage, but technically no damage. That's a good fight. That was a good fight. The thing is that like I said, with Weather and Waves, it's a lot of peer pressure that goes in behind the scenes as well. But I feel like, you know, there still should be something for the people who spend money, man, not just for the free to fucking play players. I'm sorry. Like, you know, I understand the free-to-play players are saying, in a sense, like when I bitch about, you know, there's really no substance to the game. Oh man, you don't understand. I have trouble with the tower adversity. I have trouble with this. I have trouble. First and foremost, if you're a free-to-play player, you've played fucking Weather and Waves, you've gone through this, you grinded out your echoes, you've done the things correctly. I'm sorry to say, I know a lot of free-to-play players that straight up, they don't have every single character. They built up their certain teams. They built up 3 DPSs. They built up their supports. They built up their sub DPSs, and they're able to clear a tower no matter what. Okay? And even for them, it's somewhat of a bore factor. That's why my point was is that when someone told me that you needed to have all of this special numberation, you need to have, you know, oh, you need to make sure that with Weather and Waves, bro, you need to make sure, man, that you have a 70% quit rate, and you need to have 200% or higher quit damage in order to complete tower adversity. No, you fucking don't. You absolutely do not. The content is not actually that difficult. For some players out there, they're going to think that, you know, and some content creators for some reason is going to think that Weather and Waves is a very challenging Dark Souls-like game. And that's absolutely, like, to me, like, no. It's good. It provides a decent challenge. It's just like first Berserker Khazan right here, okay? I'm waiting for the full game to come out. But everything in this demo, like, this is a challenge, but this isn't a challenge. Once I've learned every single game mechanic, like, once I've learned the mechanics of what I need to do, the game rather is pretty damn easy. That's how Dark Souls becomes. You're gonna play the first type of game, whatever, it's going to be very challenging. This is what I was trying to explain to people with Lords of the Fallen that no one understood. Is that once you play Lords of the Fallen, for example, or you play Lies of P, or you play Sekiro, you play any of these games, any of these soul-like experiences, right? I don't think any gacha game I have ever experienced, except for Weather and Waves in the beginning, has actually provided me with the challenge, the brain processing power that I want. Like, no offense, like Genshin Impact didn't even give me that shit. And I had so many people tell me that Genshin Impact would provide that. Genshin Impact is based on, like, okay, fire beats water, water beats fire. I got it. Okay, cool. Done deal. Like, that's the best way I could explain it. And you know, people bitch about power creeping all the time, but I'm gonna be honest with you, power creeping actually is a damn good thing. Because it's what keeps the game fucking fresh. I really wish that all my characters in WoWa would be right now, all my old characters would be basically useless in a lot of different ways. That I would have to actually fucking, you know, struggle with them. But because they don't really have that much of a struggle, I mean, because the content hasn't caught up. The content itself has not caught up to make, you know, GN useless. GN's still going to be good for right now. Wart's still going to be good. Baichi's still going to be good. There's no factor behind it that says, okay, this character now is going to be struggling to new content. That's what I'm hoping for one day with WoWa. I'll go log into WoWa here after I do this, though. I reinstalled it.
So you survived that one. Not that it will make much difference.
You gotta have an attitude. God damn it. And besides, I love stories anyway, like this game right here, Tales of Rise, I think is kind of the same as well, is I love stories that propagate a hero that is more of a struggler than anything. That's why I love Berserk so much. It's a story of a struggler. A struggler story is absolutely, to me, a beautiful story. Someone who has hardships. Hence why I like Chang Li so much in WoWa. To be completely honest, she is absolutely a struggling type character. I'll go put it like this. Khazan, I already technically know the ending of this game. I mean, we should already technically know. But Khazan's not going to have a good ending. Berserk is always going to be the top of my list. That's kind of the reason why I like Khazan, okay? It's a struggler story.
Will be blessed by the gods and receive the power they seek.
Griffith being wrong, he was and he wasn't. I mean, I will say like this, Guts kind of caused that to happen. The moment Guts, you know, went in and said that, oh, Griffith and I are not really actually friends, Good. Good. Good fight. Very good fight. No, what I was saying, I mean, technically, you know, if Guts would have never went up those stairs, would have heard Griffith and be like, you know, Griffith said, I only regard those as my friends as those that have their own dreams, and would have stayed by Griffith's side and all that good shit after the assassination shit. I mean, none of the shit would have happened, most likely. But I mean, to sacrifice your entire troop and everything to become a demon gang, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of still shitty on Griffith's side. What's up, D2? I got D1 and D2. You know what's another good anime series or such? Like, let me ask a question. Does anyone here like dogs? If you like dogs, do you like alchemy? Like spells and such? Do you like the stories of like alchemy and shit, like Dungeon and Dragon shit? Because I will say, there is a great anime called Full Metal Alchemist. It's about the power of friendship. It's about like having a permanent bond, if you would. And especially if you like dogs and alchemy and, you know, you like friendship and bonds and stuff like that, I totally recommend it to anybody. I mean, take a look at the bottom. I mean, like, look on the bottom left corner of my stream right there. I got a little picture because of that. Edward, brother Edward, come play, Edward. Come play with me, Edward. I missed all my shots, but it doesn't matter. Let me ask this question to anybody to all people out there in a sense. In case there is any fucking lurkers. I doubt there's any lurkers, and I don't mind if there isn't because no one wants to rewatch this 1,000 times, but... But, what was your first anime experience? Like, what was the first anime you ever seen? Wow, that is a way of fucking portraying that entire story. I don't know how I appeal to that.
Surrender. Your honor, your friends, all of it gone. You have nothing left to fight for.
Oh, come on. This is why I need the quick swap feature. God damn it! Dude, get off my nuts!
Win against the Emperor. Be honest. You wish you were him, don't you? Cosmo is dead too. It's all
Get the fuck off my nuts so I can fucking swap weapons. God damn.
my friend. I will avenge you.
I fucked all that up. I should just discarded the shit first, so that would have made it faster to scroll through everything. But still, god damn, that motherfucker was on my nuts. He just fucking wanted my ass so fucking bad.
Do this. Defeat us. The Blade Phantom. Stupid.
All right, so my first anime that I ever seen was the original 1980s version of Vampire Hunter D. That's why I have a fucking sweet spot for. That's why, like, when I see y'all names, I see D. I refer to y'all as D, is because I'm not sure. There's not too many people I know that's ever watched it, but there was a series called Vampire Hunter D. 2 movies. Bloodlust was the second one. And Bloodlust was made by the same people who made the Ninja Scrolls anime. Beautiful fucking animation. Beautiful fucking story that I feel should be remade into today's age of animes. With all the remakes going on, them taking, you know, classic old shit, that's what I think they should actually do. Baku Battle Brawl. I never heard that one. Second anime that I ever seen was actually Ronin Warriors, aka Samurai Troopers, basically the boys' version of Sailor Moon. Like, I actually regard like 80s. I was trying to explain this to a friend of mine who doesn't really care for them, but to me, the old, I missed every shot there. The old, like, 1980s, early 1990s anime, I fucking love them more than what I love that has come out in the recent years. Like in like past the 20s, you know, after 2000, it's like I honestly feel like, you know, you get air animes like Samurai Trooper, Ronin Warriors, Gundam Wing, G Gundam, Vampire Hunter D, Armistice the Third, Yu Yu Hakusho. These animes had an actual fucking Macross. These animes actually had a distinctive, unique art style to them that I think was very well impressive. And now that everything's digitalized, it's just not as good. Like, you don't see the heart and the soul no more, if that makes sense. It was supposed to get a full, like, Vampire D was supposed to get an anime. It was called Resurrection, but it never happened. I like the fact that he's not going into his sword stance. I just beat him out of his fucking sword stance. I'm sorry, I think the fucking spear is absolutely the best gameplay in this game. All right, that's perfect. I got all the fucking recording that I needed done.
I will have no masters. You need my body, but I need your strength.
Like, look, we're gonna continue playing this demo every single day, at least for an hour a day or so, or at least a couple runs a day, until this game's full release. We got 49 days left. 49 damn days left for this to happen.
You help me, I help you.
And every single day, my patience is running slower and lower because I want this game out now. I think I'm at the point where I want to tell the devs, like, yo, release the game now. Whatever bugs and everything happens, just fix it later. Like 100%. That's my thought pattern. Now I want to showcase some shit here in a second.
I will help you do this.
I'm good. I can get if I need to record that shit, I can get those cutscenes later. All right, let's get to the title screen. Let's get back to doing another run, but we're not going to do that next run just yet. We're just going to leave that on the side burner. One second. All right, I wanted to showcase a couple different things. Let me open this up. Come on. Why not opening? You're thinking. You're thinking hard about opening. But you're not opening. Task manager, please. Oh, there it goes. It just takes you 45 fucking years to go into this. Okay. So for D1, oh, don't forget about Bleach though. Bleach comes out like 6 days before Khazan 2 comes out. Like, you're gonna go broke on actually buying fucking real games now. This year. Alright, Tales of... this right here. Let's do the launch trailer. This Tales game, I think, is absolutely the best.
To all the pain in this world.
Last year was kind of shitty on games, I'm not gonna lie. Also, we got Metal Gear Solid coming out in August.
Tonight, here shall be born the power to save the world. I ask no forgiveness. The sin is mine to bear.
You saved my life. Now it's my turn to save you.
I am a Therian!
Another struggler story I like.
We will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The ties that bind us must at last be severed.
I will have my revenge.
You won't.
Like this one right here, if you like Berserk, this is a very good story that's kind of Berserk related. I mean, basically straight up, I'll spoil like the basic beginning of it, is straight up brother fucking dies, she turns into a fucking part demon, and she fucking wants to kill the fucking man that killed her brother. Pretty fucking much standard fucking story, awesome fucking revenge type story. And throughout the entire thing, I think that I've legitimately had fun. I mean, I started playing it actually on this channel. I actually kind of wish I might actually replay the story again. I might actually, maybe this weekend, play Tales of Hysteria. It's been a while, but I might do that. We also got something that I want to make fun of, because today we got this release. We got this release today on a trailer.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy.
Because they made a fuck up in there. They made a fuck up in this trailer.
The philosopher's legacy.
It looks fucking great for a remake. It looks fucking great. I'm not gonna lie.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss. I see it. The fear. A great and terrible fury at being alive. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
I was saying, what I was saying is that this is also coming out, this remake for Metal Gear Solid, which I am very fucking excited for. I'm legitimately excited for this. But they made one big fuck up in this entire trailer, and I'm trying to see if you can figure out where that fuck up's at.
There's nothing for you here. Go home.
They made one major fuck up.
I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
Did you see the fuck up? Did you see, out of this entire beautiful trailer for the next the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, did you see the big fuck up?
He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shagohod and
all right, let me get to the point out.
There is nothing America can do to stop us.
Take a good look at that. What do you see wrong here? What is wrong with this picture right here? I'm just saying, this to me is a major fuck up, because it's like I lost my right eye. I wouldn't be putting the RPG rocket on my right shoulder. I'd be putting it on my left shoulder. What's some other? Let's see. Go to IGN real quick. I know how many people hate IGN, but let's go to IGN real quick. IGN typically has all the stuff that we can see is going to happen this year. Oh my god, they're putting Terminator in Call of Duty. I gotta see this. They're legitimately doing this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like this year, I can't remember anything really except for Wukong last year that came out that I was interested in. This year, I mean, we're gonna be getting, you know, the beta test like right now for Monster Hunter Wild. Okay, I'm not a Monster Hunter guy, but there's other people I know that's Monster Hunter guys. We're getting that. Onimusha 2. I mean, that is coming out. Oh god, they're doing a second movie of Megan. Oh god. Enshrouded has got some updates coming this year. We have Khazan is coming out. Sounds like a movie. We got Ninja Gaiden 4 that's coming out this year. Like a Dragon the Pirate one. I thought that was already out though. Killing Floor 3. The Kingdom Come to Deliverance 2 that y'all were talking about. Rise of the Ronin. This game right here is another Souls-like, but more realistic. Not like, you know, all over the place type deal. This, I've played this on PS5. I'm going to actually get the PC version because I do want to actually continue this. Because this was actually really good. This was actually really good. You can make a character anyway. I made Rurouni Kenshin in this. They even have the Hiten Mitsurugi style in here. We got Ubisoft doing Assassin's Creed, which is going to legitimately, you know, piss off Japan. Because they keep wanting to insult Japan every 5 seconds. Because apparently they're putting in a female sumo wrestler where, you know, sumo wrestlers, women are forbidden to be sumo wrestlers. So they're going to fucking break that shit. Oh, I forgot about that. Doom the Dark Ages. That's coming out this year. No Rest for the Wicked. The Breach. Like this year, legitimately, when it comes down to, and then there's rumors right now that we're getting a Devil May Cry 1 remake that's going to be, the trailer's going to drop after April. We have Phantom Blade that's also coming, another Soul-like experience. This I'm actually also interested in. Unless they delay it. But you know with GTA 6 you want to charge $100 for that. Damn, the combat looks really good in this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the weapons though. The curved blades, stuff like that. The wavy blade. Far Cry's like a first-person shooter. Far Cry 2 is my favorite. Open world, first-person shooter. What the fuck? Oh. What the fuck happened to the music? This game just legitimately won me with the fucking. This game just legitimately won me because of the music. Yeah, this is in-game music. Like, hold on, go back. So, like this is the music of the fight. You know, this is what I was expecting, you know, that Chinese, because it's basically like, you know, Chinese dynasty style music, right? This is what I'm expecting. Okay, pretty cool, you know, none I would really care too much about. And then all of a sudden, after you beat this son of a bitch, phase 2, bro. Like, listen to this. I'm gonna mute myself. Listen to this. Like how it starts. That's so unexpected. But it's unexpected, like... Like, that's how good it is. It's so unexpected. It's like, all of a sudden, we're going to put Doom music, and we're going to mix it with, like, some Chinese instruments, and we're going to make Doom music out of it. Punk rock food. I like it. It sets up the tone really well. See, that was another thing I had a problem with Weapon Waves. I didn't like the OST. I didn't like the boss music or anything. it might not be released this year. It's just that it's going to be announced. Like, look. That's most likely a 2026 game, most likely. I can see that. But you see, it's like going to the first Berserker Khazan, right? Dude. In this one boss fight, it's just like this. It's like, one thing I love about this boss fight, not only that Khazan's a man, he fucking just does this shit, he knocks the motherfucker off. But listen to the music, right? It's that medieval style music, that Elden Ring music, and then it does this. The boss theme does this. It brings in fucking guitar. Like, I even say this, like, ZZZ's music is actually really fucking good. I actually prefer ZZZ's music, because I'm not sure what you want to call it. I think it's like breakcore or some shit. But in general, the music, look, music matters everything to me in a fucking game. Okay? Like, when I didn't like Weather and Waves music, man, we used Suno, we created our own. We create our own fucking themes. Like, to me, you know, people could disagree all y'all want on this, but this is just my personal feeling. GN. When I first played fucking GN, man, I had to make a song for GN, and we called it the Emerald Rin.
In the land of shifting shadows where the winds are wild and free, rises a force of nature, a storm of destiny. General
Like, it's got a soft beginning, but I could totally see like an AMV being made out of this. Like, music matters to me. That's why I like even the Scar boss fight in Weather and Waves. I had to create this because I didn't quite care for the one that they had in the game. Music, in my personal opinion, legitimately matters in making something honestly feel good. I want that fight to feel impactful. And just... I fucking love that too. I'm just saying that when it comes down to it, like with Kuro and everything, it's like, it's not saying that their soundtrack is horrible or anything. I mean, their soundtrack is fine. I'm just going to turn on Weather and Waves real quick. I just want to go see something. Oh, I didn't download it? Well, some bitch. I thought I downloaded it. Oh, well. Let it download in the background. When it's done, I'll play it. Go into it again. But no, like, music matters to me in a lot of games. You need to set up the scene for the fight. There has been some stuff like, okay, fighting games in particular. All right, let me go get a good one. I'm a Guilty Gear fan, right? I fucking love Guilty Gear. What was the name of the song? Guilty Gear Strive. What was the fucking music video's fucking name? Because I'll play the music video. Find Your Own Way. Like, this is so bad guys team. Fighting game music, man. Like, I fucking hate, like, some fighting games, like Street Fighter, because I don't find that the music sets up for the fight. When I think of fucking fighting games, I think like, or fucking a fight a boss, I'm thinking heavy metal for some reason in a lot of those fights. Not gonna lie, I like this video. I might not like the game, but I like the music video. And I can't wait for the anime this April. The same people who made this with the Unreal Engine is making the anime. Let's go, step it body. Let's go, step it body. Let's go, step it body. Love it. God, I fucking love the Guilty Gear lore until they fucking changed it. And after they changed, like, look, let's see. Guilty Gear, like, I fucking love Guilty Gear music. Guilty Gear music is absolutely fucking the greatest. I think Guilty Gear XR probably had one of the coolest openings. Like, I'm gonna introduce you to something old.
From
God, I miss the old fucking Guilty Gear. I mean, even Rev 2 had a good intro. No, these are openings. These aren't trailers. These are openings. I played Armored Core 6. It was good. This game still holds up. This was made in 2014. This is still holds up even to today. This is 10 years old. By the way, that's actual game footage. All of this is actual game footage that's made in the engine. It's not pre-rendered cutscenes. That's what's actually so beautiful about Guilty Gear, because their Arc System Works is the one that designed the system for Unreal Engine. Everything in here is absolutely 100% made in the engine. That's not like pre-rendered, all this other stuff. They created the anime engine in Unreal, so that way you could do this. And this is in Unreal 4. All right, this trailer's kind of fucked up. I don't know why the trail's fucked up. Let's try it again. Actually, my upload's dying, that's why. Is it because I'm downloading? Maybe pause the downloader? That might be what it is. It's a fighting game. Not too many people like fighting games no more. Like, let me show you some. This is because Guilty Gear, what it does for its story, it actually makes a movie. It's like a 7-hour movie on all 3 games in a sense. So here's an example.
Can you beat him? He's a monster.
Strive is relatively popular. All the other Guilty Gears weren't. Take a look at this and realize this right here is the engine, not pre-rendered. This is the game models, everything.
Beat him? He's a monster.
I've been running around so much, I almost forgot. I'm a monster too.
Don't be so reactive. Guards down. I don't see anywhere to escape. Think hard. Don't bother standing, just to lose again. Would you shut the hell up for a second?
Japanese voice act is better.
Well done. With this much strength, you would eventually overpower me. However, it would take you quite a while. Shit.
What are you doing? You.
I refuse to submit to chaos all my life. Make sure to protect your leader.
I'm gonna tell you, Wuthering Waves, you can talk all you want about how great the animation and everything else is. I am so fucking sorry. I legitimately am going to say ZZZ has better animation. 100%. I'm going to say even Guilty Gear itself has a better animation style. Let's see. Let me find one scene. See, chip story. Not arcade. Let's see. That should work, right?
俺はいい。あれを追うな。普通のやり方じゃ死なねえ。
フレデリック。
ソウルバッドガイ、神を倒し得る背徳の炎。一応確認しておかないとね。もういいよ。はじめまして。君が噂の英雄か。違う。休みを台無しにされた自営業だ。君と同じだね。でも君を生かしてるのは何かな。
You know what's funny?
傷の治りが遅い。てめえは何だ。
You know what's funny?
それが名前だけど、それ以外の何でもない。君が見たままか。
You want an anime? Like, it's dual writers. There you go.
罪深き生体兵器ギア。ギアに滅びよ。
ギアとの聖戦により悲劇の時代は終わりました。
終わっていない。このままでは第二次聖戦が起きる。
君は一体。
我が名はユニカ。世界を救うために来た。
聖戦の英雄カイキスクがギアをめとるとは。
聖戦は終わりました。私たちも変わっていく必要があります。
殺戮兵器だ。何も変わりはしない。
生まれが全てではないでしょ
強引なアプローチは嫌いじゃないぜ。
何が目的ですか。
ギアとの共存という過ちを正し、人類を救う。あらゆるギアを根絶することで。
ボスの狙いか。
母さん。
全国民を敵に回すことになる。
うち結構強いから。
なんでこんなことすんだよ。
そこまでよ。
ここは任せろ。行け、援護する。
ユニカと話するの諦めないさ。何か理由があると思うんだ。
お前はそれでいい。
おぞましきギアに味方する者を許さない。
ユニカは単独犯ではない。
私たちで黒幕捉えちゃったり。情報を聞き出すまでが任務だから。
救える命も救えねえぞ。
貴様らがギアをかばうなら聖戦は必ず起きるだろう。
聖戦は俺が止める。
Coming in April. I mean, it's better than what happened 11 years ago, or actually longer than that. 27 years ago. People have been asking for a Guilty Gear anime. This was the only anime trailer we ever got, or opening. This was the only anime style that we ever got in Guilty Gear. It looks great. Voice acting is so horrible. Enjoy.
Guilty Gear, Zex.
There's a whole lore around this. I know every bit of this lore.
Humans have theorized the revolutionary equation which gives free energy for all. It was adequately dubbed as magic. But even without the energy problem solved, humans couldn't stop the internal war, which led to the creation of the thrice-damned bioweapon called Gears. The devastating war between the human race and the bioweapon Gears lasted for 100 years, which ended with the victory of humans. All Gears ceased to function, but
Burn them well, young knight. If you die, the Gears will not. As long as that man still lives.
Leave Wicked Forest alone. It is a sanctuary for her to live happily ever after.
You should know that seclusion is not happiness.
Don't Gears have the right to live? All I wish is to live here quietly. エイプリル、船体を水平に保って、もう来月戦用意。ジョニー。
Soul Bad Guy, Kai Kisku, Jam Corradberry, Venom, Chip Zanuck, Axel Lowe, Potemkin, Faust, May, Johnny, Melia Rage, Testament, Baiken, Anji Mito, Zato One, Dizzy. Their fight will begin.
Oh no, I'm falling!
Oh God.
Guess who's quicker?
Right here.
Your sin is beyond the grace of God.
God? I don't want to have anything with him.
Shut up.
Time to fight, huh? Ground Viper! Ride the lightning!
You're such a Boy Scout. That one line.
You let her live! Ha! You're such a Boy Scout!
Compassion is not the same as weakness, Soul.
The world
You
is
let
full
her
of
live. You're such a Boy Scout. I fucking love that line.
You let her live! Ha! You're such a Boy Scout!
Compassion is not the same as weakness.
You know what? I want to make that a follower alert.
The world is full of fighting. Guilty Gear, Zex.
That's back on the Dreamcast days. That's what they did. Now,
Get up to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride and burn for your desire.
compared to that, to what they did in the future, beautiful. It's just that Strive did something that I don't like. Oh, this takes everything from Guilty Gear Sign. I think it's hard for any anime games nowadays to compete with Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is the forefather. It set everything up. Oh, time to stand there. Oh, I think it's all falling through. Give them a ride, give them a burn. I still play Guilty Gear once in a while. It's been a while, but I still do play it. The thing about it is that the only reason why I personally am not a fan of Strive is they rewrote the entire lore of the story. This is the reason why I jump ship. I'm not gonna lie. Okay? And before, you know, it is crazily used against me and, you know, all cancer culture and shit. I'm sorry, but as a person who followed Guilty Gear X, okay, I never followed original Guilty Gear 1. I followed X on the Dreamcast and so forth up. I went through Guilty Gear X, I went through Guilty Gear XX, I went through Midnight Reloaded, I went through Accent Core, I went through Izuka, I went through Guilty Gear 2, which was the 3D the 360 game, which, you know, not too many people like because it was a MOBA, but you know, it wasn't a fighting game. I went through Guilty Gear XR, I went through Guilty Gear XR Rev 2, I went through Strive. The thing is that they ended up taking storylines of characters and rewriting them to fit, I hate to say it, the woke agenda, the legitimacy of, I know I'm using that terminology woke wrong, but they were basically rewriting the story of the characters to fit agendas. For example, Testament, his entire real lore in the entire story of Guilty Gear is that he was Cliff's adopted son. He was human. He died on the battlefield. He was a man who died and basically transformed into a gear, basically a monster, a demon, right? So he became known as Testament. He became known as Death on the such. Just say over pandering. Okay, I'll just say over pandering then. But what ended up happening is in Strive, they stated that he was no longer, you know, they rewrote it to where he was never, you know, the one known as Death, that he was never really Cliff's adopted son and everything, that he was never a man, that he's non-binary. He has no gender. He has no gender. Which that never even fucking mattered. It was Death. So now they gave him more of a feminine look and everything else to fit that. Bridget, the original story of Bridget was a twin. There was two twin boys that was born, and in the village that they lived in, what ended up happening is that any twins that was born, one of them must be killed, because the village itself thought of it as a bad omen, that anyone who gives birth to twins, basically one of the children must die in order to go ahead to preserve the peace of the village. So the parents decide to go ahead, and what they did instead is they took Bridget, dressed Bridget up as a girl, and made Bridget live as a girl on purpose to basically spare their life. So that way there was a boy and there was a female. There wasn't two boys. And all Bridget in the entire storyline has been doing since their introduction before Strive was to try to prove to the village and everything else that they're not a girl, that they went to be a bounty hunter. They were trying to prove their identity, their real identity. And then in Strive, they made it to where, oh, she's a girl. Bridget is a girl. And then they even rewrote it to where Bridget's like, I feel like I'm a cowgirl. When all Bridget has been trying to do since back in the day was prove that they were a man. That's what ended up happening. Like, they rewrote that lore. They rewrote that story. So everything that ever happened in Guilty Gear X, all the way to Accent Core, everything to Guilty Gear X, to Guilty Gear Strive, has been erased and rewritten for pandering. There's different storylines like this that has been rewritten in Guilty Gear Strive that, like you said, just make a brand new non-binary character. Like Venom has always been technically gay. Okay, he always wanted Zato's dick. Never had a problem with that. I'm waiting to see what the rewrite on that story is going to be, because Zato 1 was legitimately Venom's master. And he wanted Venom's dick. I mean, Venom wanted his dick. And you know what's funny is that Venom is one of the coolest fucking characters and perfectly fine. I've always, like, I don't have a problem with, like, genders. I don't have a problem with, you know, people who of any different race, stuff like this. My problem is like I stated this before, when you're going to take a game that already has a defined story, is defined lore, and you're trying to rewrite it for the current world order agenda, the pandering as it is now, that's when I got a problem. That's why I've quit a lot of games. That's why I quit a lot of different stories and stuff that I enjoy, because, you know, I wanted to stay true to the original source material. I don't want it to cater to a mass media. I'm sorry. I understand that, you know, you need to try to sell stuff and everything else, but do it in a better way. It's like, okay, Concord was something that was developed in that regards around that agenda. It failed, okay? Personally, I don't think it failed for the reasons it failed for. I think it failed mostly in the fact that legitimately people, you know, they're thinking that they're going to make, you know, a fucking hell of a buku amount of money, right? Every Call of Duty player, every person's going to want to play fucking Concord, all this, blah, 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 blah. And what gets to me is that hit your market, hit your niche. Don't worry about the global market, the world order. Don't worry about appealing to every single person. Don't worry about trying to steal. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to cater to everyone. I'm sorry, man. Like, when it comes down to it, sometimes I just want to play a fucking Duke Nukem game. I want to have a fucking big booby bitch on my fucking shoulders, and I want to shoot a fucking machine gun. What you gotta fucking understand is that, you know, I'm sorry to say like this, like, a lot of people think that, like, you know, they, like, the heterosexual white male bullshit hates the LGB. No, dude, it's like me. I don't fucking hate the LGBT. I don't fucking hate nobody in there. I got friends who are transgender. I got friends who are, you know, homosexuals. I got friends out there, black, white, green, and purple and shit. The people that I don't like, the people I don't associate with, is people who are fake as fuck. Legitimately, that is the real testament. I'm going to say I don't attend to people who are fake as fuck, and the FGC is full of that shit. Now you see NYC Furby over there, he's kind of going a little bit off the deep end. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, he's trying to say that like all gay people and everything else is ruining the FGC. Nah, and all transsexuals are ruining the thing. That's not true. What's ruining the FGC is that you got a lot of people, and I know a few of these people. That's what's so sad. We're no longer friends. We're no longer acquaintances. But I knew a bunch of these people that at the time period of being, you know, like transgendering, I know a lot of straight white males, a lot of them, that ended up all of a sudden coming out and saying they're transgender when they're actually not. Just to go ahead and get sponsored and make a paycheck. They're fake as fuck. They're 100% fake as fuck. They said instead of trying to fight it, we're going to join it. And their argument was that they were going to get a paycheck and they didn't care. I think there's a place in every single community for every single type of person out there. As much as you'll hear me say that I don't think furries are real fucking people and I don't agree with the furry agenda, I still root for Sonic Fox, bro. I still think Sonic Fox is the greatest fucking Mortal Kombat player known to man. Even though I know him mostly from Skullgirls. Exactly. The industry itself is just... It's mind-boggling. You know, you could find other ways of incorporating what you want into your story without having to destroy your story. But that proves to me, and you see, that's what hurt me. That's what hurt me so much about Arc System Works as a developer, is that what you ended up doing is you destroyed the original vision of your story. And this is why I talk a lot about like visionary stories. And the reason why I'm hoping Khazan stays true to its vision and everything, because it looks like it has since the day it's been released. Wuwa hasn't stayed true to its vision, in my personal opinion. Hold on. I got a bear I'm fighting. All right, back to this. So, to me, Last of Us was a beautiful fucking story. Last of Us 2 was pushing an agenda. They changed their vision. Wuthering Waves, great fucking story. I actually fell in love with the story of Wuthering Waves. I think the story of Wuthering Waves was absolutely great at 1.0. 2.0, what they have so far pushed and polished so far is something that I'm just like kind of iffy on. It's just like, this don't feel right. Like if I want to play, if I want to see Genshin, I go fucking play Genshin, you know? I mean, this isn't to me. This isn't to my standing. That's why, like, you got some people come in here every now and then that argue with me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm telling you is that if you look at like 2.0, it's really the architect, the design, the approach. They're really trying to push more into being a copy, in my personal opinion, than being their own original thing. Like, I'm hoping that Wuwa's gonna go back and change, you know, itself somewhat. But it's like Olaf, fucking snowman, who hates Genshin so much. It's like, dude, you have to admit that WoA is going in that direction. They're changing their post-apocalyptic world. They're doing everything, and they're making it more cutesy. They're making it more fucking, you know, friendship bullshit than actually, you know, a dark storyline. At least in my opinion. Like, you have to notice that a lot of the trend setting here is changing in that direction. I mean, I don't think I'm the only one that sees that. I do too. I actually do too, 100%. Let me continue this download real quick. I'm not gonna do anything right now because I know it's gonna drop my bitrate a little bit, but let's just let this finish real quick. It's only 3 minutes, and it's gotta do its install. Once it gets to install, it ain't gonna be the thing. So yeah, download's gonna drop down. We're buffering. We're buffering. We're buffering. We're buffering. Give it a minute. I want to reinstall WoA. I want to reinstall it real quick. Why is it taking my upload though? It should only be taking download. It shouldn't even be taking upload. Look, we talked about the mechanic for the fly it, and I had Charlie, I had everybody. Like, Charlie don't come here no more in the streams because he hates me for this reason. Okay, it's done. Hates me for this reason. But my statement is that is beautiful. It's shiny. It's great. The honeymoon phase of the fly mechanic is going to go bye-bye within a few weeks, and it did. Like, it's no longer going to be that big of a fucking deal. It was big deal for a couple of weeks, and it's going to die off. Now, what are you left with? Now, what are you left with after the fact?
Are we awake, sir?
I'm going to do one more run, then I'm going to actually end the stream, and I'm going to restart a new stream. I'm going to do Weather and Waves. Because if I'm going to talk Weather and Waves, I'm going to talk Weather and Waves.
May the blessings of the three go with you.
I'm going to see what they got going on. But, like, what I'm seeing with Weather and Waves, what I was expecting in 2.0 was much bigger. I'm not going to lie. What Weather and Waves gave me was still a small region, not really that big in my personal opinion. And story-wise, completely changed it. Changed the tempo a little bit. Overall, didn't appeal to me. The things that appealed to me, I realized was just things that, in all honesty, was going to be things that was in a honeymoon phase. And they're cool, don't get me wrong. Fly mechanic is absolutely fucking beautiful. It's great, it's cool. What about my events? What about my permanently established, you know, game events? What about, you know, actual content that is more or less going to keep me invested in wanting to grind? Because that's a problem I see with the gacha games. For someone like myself. That probably something like Tower Fantasy probably fixed that, but I'm not going to play a dead game. Sorry, I'm not playing a dead game. But at the end of the day, I would assume that people are like myself would understand that when it comes to a gacha game like Weather and Waves and everything, and the developers themselves, you don't just care about the monetization. Okay? You need to care about having people want to play that game every single day for more than 15 minutes a day. For more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. You want people to treat that game like it's an MMO. You want them to feel that it's very much engaging. There's no reward at the end of the day, just like there's no reward in Genshin Impact. It's straight up, like I said, like you could bullshit everybody you want to try to bullshit as a content creator and say that WoWa is different than Genshin. The things that are different between WoWa and Genshin are mainly the monetizational factors. Otherwise, they suffer from the same problem. There's nothing to fucking do. I mean, if I created a gacha game, I would create a gacha game that, you know, as a player, I would make it to where a player can play for 10 minutes a day to respect their time, or make it to where, you know what, if they want to spend 2 or 3 hours, they have some purpose to do that. Well, what I'm thinking, my problem with it is, like I said, it's more the fact of I would like to have seen it to where it would have given players of different proportions, you know, different play styles, different options. You're a person that plays on a mobile phone, you only got 10 minutes, hey, you can play the game for 10 minutes. But because this is more or less a console game, whether you want to believe it or fucking not, it's basically a console game. It's like, yo, bro, this isn't just like, you know, a 2D like little turn-based gacha game like, you know, Capcom would make. This ain't no little JJK game. It's a fully 3D open world that I feel could have so much more variety put into it than what it has right now. So that way, for people like myself that wants to sit here for the next 4 hours, we got some like random permanent events or whatever that would show up, like random quest items. Kind of treating it like a mini MMORPG in a sense. Stuff that don't necessarily is stuff that you don't necessarily have to do, but you know, hey, you can if you want. You know, as a developer, I would want to try to get it to where I have, you know, a bunch of people that's coming into my game at any given time, and I will definitely have over 1 million players. You know, I'll have over 500,000 players. In my mind, I want over 500,000 players playing at one time at any given point in time of the day. Whether it's a person coming in for 15 minutes or a person coming in for the next 5 hours. In general, we're making the game to where it is for all kinds of play styles. Let's make the content to where people who spend money, you actually feel like you got, you know, you actually feel like you're getting your money's worth. Like, I got bored with WoWa, and it's not from overplaying WoWa. It's not. It's from the lack of, there is no fucking overplaying WoWa. You see me playing this demo, right? You see me playing this fucking demo every single day since it's released. This is basically me fighting the fucking tactical hologram bosses. I ain't getting no reward. I got my initial reward. I got a save file. Otherwise than that, what else do I got left? Nothing. There's nothing else. I'm doing the same thing that I would be doing in Wuwa. I would be going around fighting tactical hologram bosses because they're the only fucking challenge in the fucking game. When all the contents ran out, I would be doing the same thing. I would be playing the same game basically over and over and over and over again. And in a live service game like Wuwa, I would expect that that wouldn't be the case. There would be more variety. More reason to want to you play the game consistently and as much as I do. That's just me. I mean, if anyone disagrees with me on this, like, you can. But I just don't see what the appeal of playing that game every single day and lying to myself saying, oh, Kuro's going to cook, Kuro's going to cook, where we're almost into a year from now and Kuro still has not defined an actual identity for a fucking game that they're producing. They just basically said now, yeah, we're just making Genshin 2.0 and we don't care. It's not just that they're repetitive, it's just that they're reusing assets. Like, what was the event that just happened that I was kind of complaining about? I'm like, dude, this is just fucking Elusive Death Realms with a different title. And everybody was disagreeing with me, but I'm like, look at the stage. It's the Elusive Death Realms. Same level design. Same platforms. No, it wasn't a pincer one. It's another one. I forgot what it was.
Surrender. Your honor, all of it gone. You have nothing left to fight for.
Yes, it was a multiplayer one. It was the multiplayer event. Yes, it was. All that was online multiplayer Elusive Death Realms. Same exact stages. It went through even the companion story stuff with Encore and everything else. It was just reused assets. like the nightmare version of our holograms, you know, for our base echo sets. This is reuse assets. It's the lazy way of going about things. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's the truth. Like, I mean, why not make some new brand spanking new fucking bosses or something that would do the same fucking job? I mean, that's what I would fucking be looking at, but you know, I'm the dumb one. Alright, so let me get this run done. I'll pop a stream. Some people like noise. He's gonna get surprised as fuck here in a second. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't seen the thumbnail for 2.1, dude, that's fucking Genshin. That's a Genshin live stream. If they're gonna do what I think they're gonna do, that's a Genshin live stream. Well, let me ask this question. People know fucking Genshin better than I do. Did Genshin just take like fucking bosses or whatever and just fucking basically made him a, you know, a shiny version and call it a whole new boss? Because I don't fucking feel like, you know, that's what Genshin did. All right, there we go. I got greedy, but I didn't give a fuck. I got greedy, but I didn't give a fuck. Because, let me show this real quick. Let me open up the Woo stream real quick. Because I was looking at this. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing my ass off on this.
The ghost?
Because before I started this stream, I went go look. Because everybody's telling me, oh, today, we want you to talk about it. We want you to stream it. I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll stream it.
A different and more dangerous way.
Mouse, please. Thank you.
My revenge. And that is all that matters.
Come on.
Get up to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride and burn for your desire.
Your fate. The ghost will be your guide.
Look at this. Look at this cutscene. My gosh. That looks so strikingly familiar.
The old woman is right. We will lead you this way.
May the blessings of the three go with you.
Nice. I bet she...
The only...
I mean, if I see this, two little chibi motherfuckers called D and J right there on the fucking screen as like fucking PNG tuber shit like this, I'm not gonna lie, I will bust out laughing in the live stream. But this is the thing. The thing is that so far all Wu was doing is copying. But when I saw the fucking thumbnail, I said, no, this can't be right. And then because all I'm thinking about is this fucking shit, because when I watched the fucking 5.01 live stream like this shit on here on the stream, I watched it, I saw this shit. I said, this was the dumbest fucking thing. And everybody was like, oh, well, that's how they always do their thing. And I said, well, that's so fucking dumb. And then if this happens here, bro. In any case, though, let me go ahead and end this. Let me go ahead and start the Woowa stream.